Thank you. Welcome to the Finance Committee of the 16th of September 2025, 9 o'clock. Welcome to councillors and welcome to the members of the public coming at this early hour. We have it at this early hour because we have a pre-arranged meeting with the police, which is starting at 10. So this will be a fast meeting, as they say, hopefully. Apologies for absence.
None received.
Okay. Confirmation of the minutes of the meeting held on 19th of August, which has been distributed. Any issues on that? Are they all good? I think we can discuss them really. Proposer? Thank you. Second? Thank you. All agreed? So we move on to... Yes, indeed, yes.
Thank you.
Next one is number 3, the declaration of members' interest received any pecuniary or other registrable interest relating to items on the agenda.
I thought this was quite amusing because I think we all must declare an interest in item 8.
Yes, perhaps I think
we asked the clerk for dispensation.
yes. Can we have dispensation about that?
Yes.
That for the members of the public, if they haven't seen that, that's the members' allowances we have to review. Item 4 is the budget financial report up to the 31st of August 2025, and A is the financial summary up to the 31st of August 2025, and there has been a sheet of paper sent out from Dave, who's very good at these things. Do you want to step us through that, Dave?
Just very quickly, it's every month, 5 months in, so that is the next meeting. We'll have a look at this in a bit more in depth and see how things are going. By and large, everything's more or less on budget. There's an opportunity to move things around a little bit, change the emphasis, which I thought we'd do next.
Yeah, we thought we'd do a half-year
Review of detail. It's not really relevant, but for your information, if you look at utilities, electricity is absolutely shot up in the because of the sorting out the bowling lake. So we've got a paddle boat going, and that uses quite a bit. So that's surprisingly comes to quite a sum. And the other big item, which has gone way over budget, something in the world, is the irrigation water bill in the allotments because of the hot summer.
Yeah.
And 1 month alone was £1,000 for water. So it may be worth, there's a borehole there, it may be worth trying to get that in operation to save some water bills.
But I think that borehole exists.
It does exist, it needs a tank, and it is included in the budget. There's a little allowance for that, so it might be worth having it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's also interesting that the climate's having an effect on our costs.
Our costs. They were always good. I understood the water borehole was going to be done. Perhaps we could ask Terry to review that again and come back to us.
So I happen to know, because I'm involved, the borehole is actually functioning now, water comes out of it, but it does need a storage vessel. And there was one presented to the council free of charge from the Lido, which is on the roof of the pumping building. So maybe we should have a look at that and see if we can get it in operation.
You're going to work with Terry down because that's ridiculous to pay all that electricity.
Borehole, that's sweet water, I guess.
Yeah.
So will that not exaggerate the slime, the green down? Because
This is
The borehole's on the allotments.
allotments.
I was still on the boat.
No, sorry.
It is early, isn't
Try
it?
and keep it, John.
Sorry.
I've got 3 items I want to ask about. Car parking, do we get paid 6 monthly or do we get paid for the whole year?
Hold you.
For the whole year,
Right.
as soon as the car park's not charging after the 30th of September, I'll request a
Right.
detail to you.
And the other one was on the stationery and printing. We've authorised some printing for signs and things like that. Is that going in here or is it being allocated somewhere else?
No, the reason that's gone over budget is there's the last 2 months, there's two sums of over £500 each gone in, which used to be put into the parish hall budget, but is now put into printing. And that's to do with so whether that's to do with some of the work that you did on changing it all around, I don't know. But that's why it's over budget.
Right, okay.
It's not actually over budget, it's the budget has changed.
Yeah,
Right, okay, and the other one, which was contingencies of 130% of.
Yeah, that was a tree, again, climbing the tree blew down, which cost £800.
Alright,
And some other sort of small contingencies. There was a window broken, a car window got broken. Something.
but it's, I mean, it's one-off, there's not.
It's a one-off.
There's nothing actually continuing.
But the next time round, some of these could be put in a bit more, changed over slightly, but that's the reason for that.
Right,
But generally, we're all pretty well on track on this budget.
And of course, with the sale, recent asset sale, that deals with the income that beach huts.
The beach, I guess.
And of course, there's another that one going into reserves, which has never been. There's a plus going into our reserves, which doesn't appear here as well.
Yeah, which will come in next month.
Yeah.
Yes. Any other questions on it? So we move to B, which is the financial monthly overview.
Thank you, yeah, you've got the sheet in front of you.
We have.
Just to confirm, income during August was £17,411.86, and expenditure was £44,326.12.
Thank you. And it's laid in front of you. Any questions on it? I think it's all self-explanatory.
just one thing, we were gonna move more money
Yes.
into CCLA.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. It's one of my jobs to do. But I did think also in October we get the second half of preset, so I didn't know if it'd be better to wait until beginning of October and then,
Put it all in.
yeah,
Yeah.
if that's okay.
Do we, sorry, I'm trying to remember the name of it, is it the Unity, whatever it is?
T2?
T2 account, what's the interest rate on that? It's dropped, is it?
It probably has
No,
not
it's the
been.
instant access account that has the interest. I'd have to have a look at that.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying, I mean, I know all the rates have dropped recently, so it might be worth getting it all into CCLA as soon as possible.
Oh, okay, all right, I'll look at that.
Bank of England aren't going to reduce the rates any further this year.
No, it'll stay with it now. I'm interested, you said instant access. Normally you don't get good interest on instant access.
Now, that's the name of the loan account. The loan account gives you instant access.
Okay, we move on to C, credit control, as from the 31st of August 2025. There are one or two here. We have a Mr. M. Hooley, who we did send a bill to for £30.24. He's not corresponding with us at all, refuses to pay. Didn't know he was going to be charged. It was the use of mooring up to the Heritage Pier. I think Julie's tried to contact him. He doesn't even respond. I think we really ought to write that off.
Is Dingy still there, or has he got?
No, he never. Nothing's happened. So if we're not happy with that, I think we just write that off. You're just chasing, just taking time to chase something you're not going to get. The other one is a chap who wrote in to say that his dinghy's gone missing. He said he paid for his bill, but according to our accounts, he hasn't. His name is, what's his name?
Westbrook.
Westbrook, which is
Yeah,
down
he's
there.
not paid the town council or anything.
Right, so he
So
thinks,
he's paid.
I think he's getting a bit muddled. He thinks he's paid for this, and he then said, but the dinghy's not on the spot, and it hasn't been for some time. We tried to look in cameras and it doesn't show any sign of any dinghy there for way back. He then, could you find it for me? Julie then came on to me and said, what should we do? And I said, well, email him and say, have you got a photograph? Have you got any marks on it? What colour is it? What size is it? He had no photographs, no idea what it's called, what size it was. I said to Julie, we can't go chasing something we can't.
Is that for sale in Morgan's?
I don't know. But I mean, he has not had a dinghy on that spot all year. And again, I just think we should release it back to on the market and just write that off because
Just to double check, could we just double check with the harbour?
we did.
Okay.
We phoned the harbour and they used their cameras to look back in time.
Yeah.
And they went way back in time and said there was no dinghy there even then.
Did he pay the previous years before it came
I
back over?
presume he did.
I don't know, because that wasn't us.
No, it wasn't us.
But just to,
Yeah.
it's an easy check, isn't it, just to say to the harbour, you know, did he pay in 2024?
Yeah, you could ask that.
Can I just ask,
Yeah.
these are 60 days plus overdue, are they still adverts and
They probably will.
in the town hall?
Who are we looking at, sorry?
You've got a whole list that are 60 plus.
No, not all of them. Majority of them are boat parks. Oh, Beach Hut. Town and Country's at a advert. I think that's the only one.
What's the Brightsea Rugby Club?
Use of,
But, yeah,
Field, yeah.
is it in dispute?
I never pay, but yeah, they will pay.
Right, we've got to declare an interest in the Waterside Marina Management Company, by the way, it's on that list.
Noted.
That Tony paid.
Yeah, well, we agree.
Okay, any other comments? So we'll write off the Mr. Hooley, but we'll have another go at just finding out a bit more about Mr. Westbrook. The other one, of course, is the Brightsea Model Boat Club. We ought to discuss because they've got an annual bill of £547.74, but because of the green algae of the boating lake, they haven't really been able to use it. Have they said anything about that? Or?
No, I haven't sent them the bill, apologies, I've forgotten I've raised an invoice, so it's on here. But yeah, the licence for the boating lake for 25-26, do I send it out, do we reduce it, they haven't been able to use the lake.
So they did use it up to,
They did.
Well, this would be applicable from the 1st of April, so I don't know when we had, I cannot remember when we had the issue.
Terrible, no.
it's probably
Yeah.
July, isn't it?
Is there any, somewhere else we're going to discuss their life?
Yeah.
That was it, that was what it was for, so we could do that here, yeah, that'd be fine.
Is there anything written in, what is the licence? Have we got a document?
Probably something written on a piece of paper,
Okay.
yeah.
The licence.
If we're discussing about the model boat club licence, that's an annual licence.
It is.
It's nothing beyond the 12 months. I say that because I'm aware that they would like a very long licence, thank you very much, and take it over the whole area, which I think is a bit detrimental compared to what we want as a council, to be able to see the boating lake
Usually
come back to what it was built for.
So what do we feel? Do we feel we ought to send the invoice out and then wait for a response?
No, I think we should proportion it, I think we should discount.
Just give it 50%.
Well, I was going to say, it's only 3 months they haven't been using it,
Okay.
so,
Take a third off.
Take a third.
and now the water's,
Well, we're waiting for the latest test to come in so we can test it again.
It looks like it could be good.
Mm.
So should we just go third off?
Yeah.
How long have they not been using it?
April.
probably 3
Eight.
months.
3 months, that's a quarter.
Okay.
Give your money away.
Shall I wait until the test comes in and then we'll charge them from
I think
now
we are,
onwards?
yeah, charge a proportion of
Yeah.
the discount.
Divide it by 12 and multiply it by 9.
Yes. Everyone happy about that?
Just before you move that, there's Brightsea Rugby Club on here as well.
Yeah.
Over 31 days? Yeah, over 31 days. Should that be mixed up with the other conversations we're having?
Certainly.
Somebody needs to take that forward.
We do. Happy
Because
to do
we're in the middle of trying to get them to move
that. Their container.
their container.
Oh, okay. which is up at the,
Scouts,
That's
the
on lower
scouts,
part.
scouts don't want it there, it's on their,
bit,
They
Yeah,
did
nice.
understand, yeah.
and they only use the lower as a
They did training on.
training thing.
But they need to move it, they get it moved, which we're hoping to get done, and I can just remind them of that, so I'll ring him, that's fine.
is there, that's it, is it? Dave's got a copy of it, the plan.
We'll discuss that later on.
Okay, examining the accounts, receiving through the recommendation of those members examining the accounts of the current period, including the authorisation of monthly payments.
Yes, I need two councillors after the meeting, please, to confirm 17 payments in the sum of £5,054 and 35 pence. Any volunteers?
Volunteers?
I'm quite happy, but I read out at last council.
We did it both last time, didn't we?
No, Jean and I did it last month.
Oh, I'm happy to.
Thank you.
I can second that.
Yeah.
Presumably this will be done after the police.
Yeah.
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 So,
You can do it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going straight on.
okay, 6 is completion of the limited assurance review of the year ended the 31st of March 2025. To receive the notice, which is in front of you, item 6.
Yes, just to say that the external auditor has completed all their checks, and we have other matters not affecting our opinion, which we draw the attention of the authority to. Just to say, the smaller authority has not confirmed that it has not complied with the governance assertion in section 1 box 5, but it has provided the appointed auditor with adequate explanation for non-compliance and details of the actions necessary to address weaknesses identified, and that's related to the risk assessment. But that's now all been completed.
That's
So,
been done.
Right.
Completed that last.
so this is now on the website, on the notice board, which is a legal requirement. Yeah,
So we just note that then?
that's just to be noted.
When it goes public, shouldn't there be a note saying that this has been done, or is that included in the note?
No, it's just this. This has to be made public. So that's
Right.
yeah. It's fine. And then they have drawn our attention that for next year, paragraphs 1.47 to 1.54 in the Practitioner's Guide 2025, there's a new assertion, which is assertion 10, which we need to comply with regarding email management websites, compliance with both General Data Protection Regulations, GDPR 2016, and the Data Protection Act, BPA 2018, and a requirement to have an IT policy. So I'm looking at those at the moment.
That's all right.
But
Yes.
we do have .gov.uk emails, so we're compliant there anyway, but yeah.
Can we not just download temporaries anyway?
Well, the NALC have got one relevant to this,
That's one.
yeah,
Temporaries.
so that's what I'm looking at the minute.
Thank you, that was just a note. Item 7 is picture 312, as you're probably all aware. We need just to minute, propose and second that we accept the £15,500 for the sale of the beach hut.
I'll have it proposed.
Second. All agree? That's unanimous, thank you. It
Sorry,
has,
this is not to do with that, it is to do with that, but not, is there a VAT on that?
on his charge, on the John Lucas fee.
No, but
It
not
would be
on that.
Not on that. No. Only on the charge. It's the same as brokerage on the boat.
Right.
Yeah. So that will mean that that money will, as David indicated, will be put 5,000 back into reserves, and the rest going to the council to discuss what they'd like to do with. Which I'm sure they will discuss in the future, in the next FCA, E&T, and so on. Item 8 is members' allowances. To agree the parish basic allowance paid to members of 2025-26. It is in front of you. As you can see, that they do allow us to go up to 980 for a councillor and 1,305 for a chairman. At the moment, we are on
Councillors claimed 552
552.
and the mayor claimed 696.
696.
Yeah.
We could just apply a 3% sort of standard sort of percentage, or do you want to keep it as it is?
You look at me, right?
I'm happy as it is.
Yeah, I was
Leave it
gonna
as.
say the same, I think it should stay because so much else is going up.
Matching his budget.
Yeah, no, this is the finance committee, so what would you like?
Let's 3%.
Is the motion to stay as it is?
Yeah,
I'm happy to propose that.
Opposed, seconded, anyone against that, so all agree. The discretionary grant application, to discuss the request of the Troll Yacht Club for the sponsors.
So declaring interest about leaving them?
Me too.
Then we will have a call.
Three of you.
Well, yeah, call when the meeting started.
Right,
which is
so
fine.
that's okay. Do you, I don't know if they need to move the room, do
Find
they?
out to them.
Right, so in the past, Brightsea Town Council have been very kind enough to sponsor the Cull Yacht Club firework display. This year, the fireworks are being held on the evening of the Sunday, the 22nd of November. And writing if the council would ask if the council would be willing to sponsor this community event again this year. And remembering that they did have 2 firework evenings, one for the regatta, but that was dropped, so now they only have the one. We have in the past given them, I think, was it
I
5?
don't think we.
No, we haven't.
We never get rid of it.
We haven't
Not
given
for the
them-
last 2 years.
Yeah, so, well, yes, okay, so in the past we have, but a couple of years we haven't. I mean, it's, you know, this is public money, but this is a public event, what does everything?
Can I throw the spanner in the works then? I don't think we should be sponsoring something like that. I'm all for firework displays, don't get me wrong. But there is so much else going on and such a drain on our income at the moment. I think we need to say the same, we're still just about getting a balance in our accounts. And there's other people that are applying for grants that probably
Maybe we
need
could,
much more and
we could go back to them and say that we're very, the council is very supportive of the firework display, and councillors would be individually attending and supporting it, but it's not something that can council publicly.
that's my opinion. I think
Anybody
there's,
else feel that?
We're not allowed to say anything.
no, they can't
Well,
say
I-
anything, it's between you and I, really.
To be honest with you, I echo your sentiment, I totally agree, but I do think we want to support it individually as
Yeah.
councillors, but not as a council.
We all donate into the buckets
Yes,
anyway.
indeed, that's exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, happy with that? Great.
So we have had another request for some funding
Oh,
in tendering district history recorders.
Yeah, this is quite an interesting one. This has come from, it's probably you've never heard of it, Tendring District History Recorders. And they just need a bit more money to be able to carry on. They're asking for a modest donation of £20 to £50 to support our ongoing efforts in preserving and researching the rich history of our district. And that's been sent to just about every council and parish.
Sue,
Sue,
Oh, I don't know how.
I should have asked Sue yesterday about that, that's a good point.
Where are they based?
Doesn't say.
They're not a private city organisation.
The Tendring District History Recorders.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy to support something that's not based in Barkington, because it's a discretionary Brightsea Town Council grant.
Again, it's our residents' money, isn't it? So you really need to pick up. I know it's only a small amount, no less than me would like to make a donation out of
He
his
could have his own
allowance.
pocket.
yeah, extra £123 on it.
And let's face it, we've got the history recorders there.
I was going to say, we're already funded with
Yeah,
our
we've
version.
got a museum and,
We've got a museum and we've also got an archivist.
yeah.
Actually, maybe pass that to the museum. Tie the two together might be interesting.
Yes, we can do. So we will break decline. Model boat licence, well,
Well, we
we
just
just
discussed
discussed
that,
that already, so we can really move on, I think. Emergency maintenance work, see Terry's report, which said on Monday an accident on the mower occurred.
I haven't circulated that.
Okay,
Yeah, I was going to say,
it's only a very short report, so Terry said on Monday an accident on the mower occurred and the shaft to the mower had been broken. That presumably they're talking about the big ventro. He advised he
No, I
could.
don't think so.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's John Deere, I
Oh,
think.
it's John Deere.
I don't think it's been done.
Okay. Thank you for that. He advised that he could replace the shaft and rebuild the engine, and this would be an option that would cost £900. However, to replace the whole engine, which is the preferred option, it would cost £1,000.
Have a new engine then.
Terry would like to have this agreed before he gives the go-ahead with the company. I don't know if you've got the option of that.
There's no option. I guess we get a guarantee on the engine.
I think that would might make a dent in your contingency.
There's ways and means.
And unfortunately, it's something that needs to be done, isn't it? I know there's not going to be grass cutting quite so much, but
There was an allowance for the vent blower of £1,200, which wasn't spent, that was incorporated into that, so we could use that.
Okay. We leave that to your expert.
Very dense.
So, proposer,
the only other thing,
£1,000.
just before you say that, the only thing is what's the availability?
I think I saw it going loaded onto a truck.
I mean, if we buy a new one, is it instantly available?
I believe it would. I think Terry gave the impression that would be done straight away.
It's just I don't want to wait 3 months for it to be delivered from Korea or something. So, yeah.
Okay, so subject to fair availability. So we go for £1,000
Yeah.
new engine.
Yeah.
All agreed.
Yeah.
Financial request from the FCA and FCE&T. Anything we've got the crabbing message.
Grabbing this.
So we-
May I say something on the poster?
Yeah.
If it's in order. Great poster, follows the crabbing code, there's a major omission on there. What do you do with the crabbing lines?
Yeah.
Don't turn around and say take the kit home, because that looks daft. It should be on there, responsible disposal of your crabbing lines.
I agree, and we did actually make
And
that point.
we made that point
to
on the last time we.
I don't like the brought to you by. Yeah, this is brought to you
Yeah.
by Brighton City Town Council.
You can just take that off.
I understand.
No.
Can you-
Just that right to take
Because
it.
American-
Yeah, you just need the town council logo.
So responsible.
And the other thing about that, isn't it printed out on a much larger sheet as well?
They're going to be, the signs an A4 aimed at parents as well as children. And Councillor Mitchell has researched extensively for signs giving guidance and feels ours is much better than those used elsewhere.
Yeah.
She discussed the issue of disposal of equipment with Terry, and he's against the installation of further bins on the Hard Stroke Causeway and feels there are ample bins provided in the area where crabbing takes place and where we are proposing the signs are installed to cater for the disposal of kits as the signs request.
Okay, so maybe my point ought to be to try and persuade them to actually take their lines away.
Well, I've put here responsible disposal.
Responsible disposal.
Responsible
Yeah.
disposal of
Of crabbing lines and remove the brought by you to you by. You just don't need that.
But the main context is brilliant, and it's in a language for both little children and adults, you know, and it does fit in all of the so-called responsible crabbing code.
Yeah, it's not overcrowded like.
It's not overcrowded, it's good, it's just that last bit.
No, I think that's fine.
And what are we going to do? We're going to have signs everywhere, or we're going to have leaflets to be handed out, or?
I
I
understand.
think she wanted 6 signs.
Six
that was
signs, I
agreed,
believe.
Because the funding was agreed at the last meeting.
Yeah.
And then I think some posters were going to be laminated and put in shops who sell crabbing lines. Put with
And the
crabbing
signs
lines.
will be located
I can't
They
answer
did.
that one.
They
on the
did.
town pontoon.
Yes, and
I want to sound like a splashing point now.
they've got one.
There are, and Batemans.
Yeah.
So, which is okay, it's just that we might need to talk to the harbour about putting some things on the thing that we're doing on the road.
Well, it's a
an
public
minor,
awareness
it's not-
thing, I think that can do. Yeah.
I'm sure they'll agree.
So we're going to agree to this, send it back with asking them to,
Yeah.
requesting them to make those additions.
Sorry, can I just say that, I don't want to appear over generous here, but why don't we agree to, but ask them to double the size? Whatever,
Of
the
the signs.
the extra cost of the printing is the cost. I mean, it's quite small A4 at the sign. I
Oh,
would
that's the actual size.
Yeah, that's A4, I thought it was gonna be A8.
I would say,
A3.
A3's a bit big though,
because the,
that's quite a big sign, isn't it?
well, there's a lot on it for a sign, isn't there? So, I just think you could double the size and probably
Shall I
for
go
an
and
extra
photocopy one up to A3?
half the cost.
I think A3 is better.
So I go and photocopy one up to A3
Bear
and
in
show
mind that
you.
the areas that are available, put these on, they're big areas.
Yeah, there's it's quite a
Well,
small.
ask Jane to stand at the end of the back of the car park, see if we can read.
It's got to pass the driving test. Can you see it from 20 metres?
Oh, I don't do that.
Yeah, everybody over the age of 62. They're just changing the law.
62, I thought it was 70.
Was, they're changing it to 62.
Swines.
What are we going to pass?
New driving.
They're changing the driving licence rules. Well, they're trying to, I don't know if they have yet. But the new rules are going to be that you have to have an eye test up to you're 62 every 5 years.
I did have an eye test for the
Doesn't
sermon.
apply to bicycles, does it? I keep falling off mine now when they.
The funny thing on my driving test, the guy said, what's the number on that car? And I went, what car?
I went to an optician for an eye test, couldn't find the
A3.
optician.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be only 3.
Yeah, A3. So we advise A3, yes?
Yeah, well,
With the changes.
just whatever then.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jane. We were going to ask you to stand at the back of the car park and see if we can see you. Okay. Any other financial requests from the FCA and E&T? I believe not.
Unless there was any last night on
No.
that meeting.
No, there was not.
Don't know.
Lease the mansion.
That's the part B.
That's on the next.
I haven't
So-
finished it.
I'm going to just bring in any questions from the public, if, as we have 2 members of the public here, if they'd like to ask a question of the committee.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sorry. It's dreadfully early for me. I think most of the councillors here today will know that both Pamela and I are from the BLV Occupiers Association. We wrote to the town clerk, Tracy, last October with a freedom of information request, asking if the rent between BHL, Brightonsea Haven Limited, and BTC had been set for the period 2025 to 2029. At the time, Tracy replied that it hadn't been set yet, but we would be updated. We're now in September 2025. Are you able to confirm whether that payment rate for the next 5 years has been set out?
Chris, do you want to answer that? I mean, I believe there's been no increase in the rent, is there?
That is still, with the notification that we are reviewing it has been sent as it's legally required. But we are in discussions with Haven on, it is Haven Limited.
Yeah.
Haven Limited on several issues, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah.
And due to that rate has not been set yet.
Right.
So at the moment, it's running on the existing rate, on the earlier rate.
And just
That's
add
what-
that,
that's what I understood.
from a legal point of view, the rent review was due some time ago, but time is not of the essence. And therefore, whenever there is an agreement, it's backdated to the review date.
Right.
various reasons so they've been formally notified that we intend there will be a review, but it's now's not the time.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That's the answer.
Yes.
We're obviously taking our own legal advice. Any other questions from the public? In that case, Pamela, what's
Yeah,
next?
yeah. I'm a bit concerned that all of the assets of the town seem to have been swept into a subcommittee of this committee. And so we don't know what's going on anymore.
No, that's not the case. The only subcommittee of this committee is ones where we're looking at leases and between different groups. But they will go away and then come back to this committee to be decided. The decisions will always be taken in public on this committee.
And full council.
And full council then ratify it.
There's no delegated authority in this council at all, except for one delegation, which is where we can approve payments so that we can pay people here. That is the only delegated authority. So everything else has to go to the main council. Okay, and that group, all that group's doing is that it's Dave and I, or Dave and one of the others, we just go and talk to solicitors about the detail of leases or the details of any other argument we may have with a supplier. So, I mean, they would be commercially in confidence anyway.
Yeah.
And besides that, I mean, you can imagine discussions like that go one way then the other way. So it's just not worth it having it here. Dave and a couple of us know quite a lot about leases. The whole point was to create that so that it wasn't discussed here, because basically it's I mean, if I showed you the documentation from the last time we met the solicitors, is that thick? And he has to read it. So it's more a case of that, but any decisions made, anything that may happen one way or the other, will eventually have to be approved by this committee and then but as I say, there is no delegated authority.
Okay, but thank you for that question.
Just if I may say that, the other reason for having that group is that group recommends the setting of prices. So it's that group that goes and finds out how much other places charge for the boat park and things like that. We just set it up as a commercial thing so that the whole of us didn't have to sit through working out how much people are paying in Colchester and places like that.
Would you be prepared to say, is there a permanent group of 3 of you, or?
It's not permanent.
It's not permanent, but it, yeah,
At the moment,
it's
I'm on that one.
it's the four of us.
Four of us.
Right.
Okay.
As I say, it's commercial in the sense of what we can decide about what prices we're going to charge, and also the legal parts of the leasing. And as I'm sure you've heard, there's issues with with different people that we're leasing with, not just the Haven, by the way, and that needs to be discussed with the solicitor, and 4 of us, or two or three of us, go to the solicitor and do it rather than him turning up and talking to the whole group, which would cost us a fortune.
Yeah, so you can be assured that it's,
There's nothing secretive going on that won't come up here.
all decisions will be taken here and at full council. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No, thank you. So I now move item 13, motion to exclude the public in accordance with the Public Bodies Admission to Meetings Act 1960, discuss the following. Lease for the men's shed. Pardon? Yes. All those in favour?
Yeah.
Agreed? Thank you very much.